How's it going, everyone? I am the YuGiOh Scrub, but you all can call me Bailey. If you hit that subscribe button, 464 of you have. Would love to hit 500. It'd be a fantastic Christmas present to me, so thank you. It is Christmas Day, the day that you were seeing this, even though I'm filming it the day before. And, you know, Christmas is about giving. So what are we going to do? We're going to give my opponent some lava golems, because that's what you do. You give things away. We're playing lava golem control. This is a deck that I have taken inspiration from the Goat World YouTube channel. Pretty similar, using a Triple Spirit, Mystic Tomato, Lava Golem, the Compulses to get it back. I've cut the Abyss Soldiers for the side deck. He had them in the main, but I took the recruiting package swap from the side deck into the main deck. You know, we'll see how it goes. I need to get this video filmed, so we're just going to go ahead and hop right in and talk about the deck as we go. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. If not, however you want to celebrate this December 25th, I hope you're doing it well. And if not, go turn off this video. If it is Christmas for you, you know, spending time with family, go and spend time with them. And then you can come back and watch this video. Wishing my opponent some good luck in return, because he was so kind giving it to me. Let's also click this button for your viewing pleasure before I forget. Opening hand doesn't look too fantastic. We got Scapegoat, Breaker, Gravity Bind, Snatch Steal, Level Limit Area B. He has a Reflect Bounder. Interesting. We draw Graceful Charity. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and summon the Breaker to start. And we'll pop this back row. Alright, well, we each take 1600. Should have done that on the Breaker summon, but doesn't really matter. He can respond to the Breaker, chaining it. Let's go ahead, I think, and just activate the Graceful Charity next. Getting Mirror Force, Lava Golem, and Tribe Infecting Virus. We'll discard Level Limit Area B, and I think the Scapegoat. Next we will Snatch Steal the Reflect Bounder and hit him for 17. Next we'll set Mirror Force and end. He'll gain 1,000 from Snatch Steal, but I think Reflect Bound is a pretty good card to take away. He does have the Heavy, which is the Punish. But if he summons a monster, we can Lava Golem next turn. Hits me for 1,700 with the Reflect Bounder. And we'll set Gravity Bind and Compulse now that we know Heavy is gone. He hits the Gravity Bind with a Dust Tornadoes. He's playing Dust in the main. Slightly interesting. We'll go ahead. Eat 17. I think that's fine. I would love if he sets a monster. He does. We draw Compulse. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead. Special summon the Lava Golem. Getting rid of his Reflect Bounder and his set monster. And getting rid of a Faith, that's fantastic. We'll take 1,000 in the standby. And we have Compulse to get back Lava Golem if he tries to swing for game. Lava Golem burns him for 1,000. He gets rid of the Lava Golem. And we'll Compulse the Tribe Infecting Virus. We draw Tsukiyomi. We'll summon Tribe of our own and try to poke for 16. Hits me with a Sakuretsu armor. Unfortunate. Premature Burial. What's he gonna try to get? The Reflect Bounder. Tributes for Mobius. We can compulse the Mobius back. Draw Mystic Tomato. I think I have to set the Mystic Tomato just in case he summons the Tribe Infecting Virus. It's a Kaiku. If he summoned the Tribe, he would be able to, get the tomato off the field without effect. Kaiku. We'll get ourselves Spirit Reaper. The turn ends. Scapegoat's a pretty nice draw. We'll set the Kaiku. Attack over it with the Tsukiyomi and attack for 300 directly with Spirit Reaper. And we'll hit this card hoping it's a Tribe Infecting Virus. It was the Mobius. Unfortunate. But we'll set and bring the Tsukiyomi to hand in end phase. We'll go to battle. No more cards in hand, so we can safely summon 4 goat tokens. Okay, he is going to get rid of 1 token. I think it's safe here to activate the Metamorphosis. And we'll be able to attack directly for 16. This keeps him a little more locked, because Thousand Eyes Restrict has a good effect. Breaker. Can't attack. Alright, so we draw another Tsukiyomi. This is good. We'll summon Tsukiyomi, set that, flip it, declare, take the breaker. And it now becomes 16 1000. That wasn't game. Tsukiyomi couldn't attack, but we'll go ahead. Continue to give my opponent some lava golems. I think that's a pretty nice game 1. Compulse showing its pretty good power there. He sets 1 monster and 2 back row. We draw Mystic Tomato times 2, Lava Golem, Spirit Reaper, level limit, area B. I think we'll go ahead and set the Spirit Reaper, set Ceasefire, and end. Dust Tornado hits the Ceasefire. That's fine. I'll take that 1-for-1 trade, keeping my level limit area B safe. He banishes the Spirit Reaper with Nobleman a crossout. Summons the Tribe Infecting Virus, flips DD Warrior Lady, hitting me for 3,100. We draw Gravity Bind. Fantastic. We'll go ahead and special summon the Lava Golem in defense. Alright, we eat 3,000. And just because I have to be safe. Actually, do I want to activate level limit area B? Not yet. I would summon or set Mystic Tomato, but Lava Golem hit the field. And he has the Heavy Storm, so glad I didn't also activate level limit. We'll go ahead, try to attack with Mystic Tomato. Sakuretsu Armor. We'll activate level limit just for defense. We're at 1900. He sets the card. We'll go ahead, activate Nobleman across out. Hitting his Magician of Faith, fantastic. No more Faiths for him to get back that Heavy Storm. And we'll set both Scapegoat and Mystic Tomato. He sets one back row and ends. We draw Tribe Infecting Virus. We'll end our turn. We have card advantage right now. Somehow. We draw a third Mystic Tomato. We'll end our turn because we can't do anything with it. If you could somehow attack through, that would be fantastic. We draw a Ray of Destruction. We'll set it and end. We draw Graceful Charity. Pretty good draw. We'll go ahead, activate the Charity. Drawing Gravity Bind, Scapegoat, Metamorphosis. Get rid of one Mystic Tomato and Scapegoat, because we have another Scapegoat set. We'll end our turn. Alright, he tributes for Jinzo. End phase, we will Scapegoat. We'll then Metamorphosis. Bring out the Thousand Eyes Restrict. Steal his Jinzo. Making us 2,400. 1,500. And try to attack. So his traps are back and active. He banishes a light and a dark for a Chaos Sorcerer. Getting rid of our Thousand Eyes Restrict. We draw Mirror Force. I'm thinking if it's worth using Tribe to get rid of the Chaos Sorcerer by pitching likely pitching Gravity Bind. Alright. So he goes ahead, Solemn Judgments, the Tribe. So I can't use Priority. That's perfectly fine. What I can do now, though, is try to go for game by flip summoning the Mystic Tomato and targeting it with Ring of Destruction. He would have to have another Solemn, okay. And that's fine. We'll set Mirror Force, and yep, Heavy Storm's gone, so we'll set the Gravity Bind as well. Sink in standby. The question is, do we want to compulse his Chaos Sorcerer? Yes, we do. Keeps our monster on the field. He can't summon it back because he doesn't have a light. We draw another Scapegoat. Not a great draw, but what can you do? Summons Exiled Force. Popping probably Mystic Tomato. That is what he pops. We draw Breaker the Magical Warrior. I'll end my turn. No need to summon it now. Level limit would switch it to defense right away. He sets another back row and ends. We draw Tsukiyomi. We'll end again. I just don't see a point in committing anything to the field. And we draw the Metamorphosis now. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a monster on the field, so no point. He gets rid of the level limit finally, using Dust Tornado. Call of the Haunted, bringing back what? Tribe Infecting Virus. Pitching Nobleman. Getting rid of all of my tokens. And we'll go ahead and activate Mirror Force here. We draw Snatch Steal. We'll summon the Breaker. Alright, token gets added. Put this middle back row. And we will attack. We get Mirror Forced ourselves. We'll set the Scapegoat and end. Draws Graceful Charity, that's fine. Getting 3 more cards. We have Tsukiyomi, Snatch Steal, Metamorphosis, Scapegoat, Gravity Bind. So we have a lot of protection with the Gravity Bind and Scapegoats. He gets rid of a Mobius. Interesting deck he's playing. I don't really get the Mobiuses and the Dust Tornadoes, and Blade Knight. Alright, well, he's gonna activate MST on our Scapegoat. He can't Premature Burial. Light. Yeah. We'll go ahead, activate the Gravity Bind, just to keep our tokens alive. No problem. Still in attack. And can't use effect since it declared an attack. Bind doesn't switch it to defense. And we get Lava Golem. I would love to use the Lava Golem, but we're just going to go ahead and try to win the game here. He has the Sakuretsu armor, so we don't win yet. But we have multiple monsters as backup. Gravity Bind. He can't Premature Burial to get back anything. We draw Delinquent Duo. We'll just end our turn. No point. I mean, we could maybe set the Duo just as a bluff, but it seems kind of pointless. There's one monster face down. We will go ahead here And set the duo. I want him to get one more monster. That's my goal here. He gets a Dekoichi. He can't attack with it, though. We know the Magician of Faiths are gone. It's a really odd deck again. I'm going to keep saying it, but Blade Knight with the Faiths. Alright, and this should be game, because he summoned a Blade Knight. We'll go ahead. Special summon the Lava Golem. Okay, and we'll do one more match just because that was only 20 minutes. But gotta love giving your opponent presents, right? Giving them lots of lava golems. Let me fix this camera too. I feel like I keep moving this way because I look over and my camera somehow started pointing the wrong direction. We'll pick scissors and we win because it's paper. You know, we're cutting the wrapping paper. Love my guy's little penguin soldier avatar there. If you guys don't know, I rock the 1000 dice restrict behind my face. Opening hand looks pretty good. Tsukiyomi, Nobleman, MST, Bind, Metamorphosis, Lava Golem. We will set the Gravity Bind and end. It's our only real means of defense. I wish it was a Scapegoat. That would be a lot better. He opens up with a Pot of Greed. But we have Tsukiyomi, Nobleman. Always a nice little combo. Perfect to get rid of a Sangan here. And no need to reveal the Gravity Bind because Sangan can still attack right under it. He sets 2 back row and ends. Alright. So, he's probably going to get rid of the Tsukiyomi here, if I had to guess. Because Tsukiyomi Nobleman gets rid of that Sangan. Alright, so he sends the Tsukiyomi back just like I suspected. And I think we'll summon Breaker. Try to pop that back row. It was a 7 Tools of the Bandit. Interesting. And we will just attack over the Sangan. He's going to get a search at some point. What does he get? He knows we have Nobleman, so he wouldn't likely want to get a flip. Maybe his own Tsukiyomi. He gets a giant rat. Okay. And I think we'll set MST and end, just in case he has anything he wants to set in the end phase. Heavy Storm might be coming. Could also have a Gigantes, potentially. Not to summon right now, but seeing the giant rat makes me think it might be coming my way. He goes ahead and summons giant rat, activating Gaia Power. We draw level limit area B. We will go ahead. MST Gaia Power. And I think just attack this giant rat. Call me stupid. Let's see what he gets, though. Gets another giant rat, kind of suspected. And I think we'll just end our turn here. If he summons another monster, we can Gravity Bind and then Lava Golem next turn. I really want him to MST or Heavy Storm. Preferably Heavy Storm to get rid of this Gravity Bind. Summons Goblin Attack Force. That's A-okay. We'll Gravity Bind on the Goblin Attack Force attack. Goes to main phase 2. And sets one back row and then ends. We'll go ahead, special summon the Lava Golem, giving him a nice little present. And I think we'll then just set Compulse and end. He'll take 1,000 damage in standby. Goes to main phase 2 and just ends his turn. Don't want to set anything else. I could Compulse the Breaker, in theory, and then get another plus on this back row here. But I don't know if that's the right play. Because it could be a Torrential, something along those lines. He takes another 1,000. Compulse also can get back Lava Golem, which I kind of like the idea of. I think we'll just continue to pass our turn. I want to make him play something. Standby, he takes another 1,000, so he's taking 3,000 damage just from this Lava Golem. Sets a monster. And passes game? Okay. So, now I want to bring in... We're going to kind of do what this deck can do. He's playing Recruiters. We can play it. Do we actually want to do this? I feel like the control's actually really good against his Recruiters. We'll bring all that in game 3. Maybe we bring in over Noblemen's. I feel like Abyss Soldier is a little bit better. If we can get the Sinister Serpent, then we can start sending back his cards to hand. Nobleman is a card that I know seems good against Recruiters, because you're like, oh, I can banish their Giant Rat, but especially in a deck like this, they are very unlikely to actually set their Giant Rats. It's a very aggro deck. Sometimes, and with Tsukiyomi it feels decent, but it's just, I think, better to get rid of them. I think sending the Giant Rat back to hand using a Abyss Soldier effect, which we already have the Sinister Serpent, so that's really nice. We have Snatch Steal, MST, Compulse, Serpent, Golem. And here's the Abyss Soldier. We'll go ahead and just send that Sangan back to hand. MST the back row. And set Compulse and end. MST trading for a Judgment I think is pretty good. We can get Serpent back to our hand to next turn and use Abyss Soldier's effect again. And it kind of does exactly what I talked about. Now he's just back a normal summon. He can always summon the Sangan again, but I can just keep sending it back to hand, whether it's with Compulse or Abyss Soldier. I understand why he didn't want a Solemn Judgment right away. That'd be a lot of life points to pay just to get rid of an Abyss Soldier. But he does summon the Sangan. And creature swaps. Think. I'm going to go ahead and send the Sangan back to hand, which makes the creature swap fizzle. He sets a back row and ends. Standby. We will put back that face down and just attack for 18. pretty good so far. We know he has Sangan in hand. We've made a... Okay, so here comes Gaia Power Giant Rat. We 100 damage. We draw Pot of Greed. We'll get back Serpent in standby. Let's activate Pot of Greed. Draw Golem, Mystic Tomato. Now, do we want to Snatch Steal the Rat? I don't think so, because it's a rat, and that's going to give him a massive attack target. If he summons like a Goblin Attack Force, he can attack the giant rat and then get another monster. It's basically like creature swapping for free. He goes ahead and gets a Rhoda, probably going to get Exiled Force. Yep, and he'll pop the Mystic Tomato. Okay, I was going to say, what is this? Alright, so we'll eat 2,400 and 1,900. We will special summon a Lava Golem. And then activate level limit area B. He'll take 1,000 damage in standby. He MSTs, so he has to have a normal summon. There's the Sangan. We knew he had it. Alright, unfortunate, but he does get that game. I think Heavy Storm does seem pretty decent here. Maybe over the Ceasefire. Area B is actually kind of hurting me in a weird way. I also think DD Warrior Lady seems pretty good here. Maybe over the Tsukiyomi. Torrential Tribute might be good over anything. Maybe the Ceasefire. Ceasefire's fine, but I feel like it isn't as proactive. It's just a nice burn card. I need something that's going to push my game plan forward. Okay. Here we'll go ahead, summon Sangan, and set Magic Cylinder. Don't want to run into a Nobleman Across out. Of course, now he has a face down, though. What could this face down be? Could be a giant rat. We're gonna, I think, just... Do we set the Mirror Force? We'll set the Mirror Force and risk a good Heavy Storm. I don't know, I have a feeling it's a pro set heavy. Nope. Another back row and another monster face down. So out of nowhere, this deck, 2 back row and another monster face down. Literally out of nowhere, this deck suddenly starts putting monsters face down. Lady goes back to the deck, DD Warrior Lady. And do we end our turn here? I think we do. Could maybe switch Sangan to defense, but I almost want to bait an attack right now. We run 3 Lava Golem. Where are they? Feeling these are either recruiters, a Sangan, maybe a Sinister Serpent. Okay, one was a recruiter. To recruiter and Sangan. We'll Mirror Force. He gets Search from the Sangan, but we get rid of the giant rat. Excuse me. A little burp. Probably going to search for another recruiter, maybe an exiled force. Amazoness Archer? Okay, I suppose that is a way to get rid of the lava golems, which now we draw a lava golem, funny enough. We'll go ahead and just attack. And I think we'll then set Ring of Destruction and end. Scapegoat and end phase. Activates Graceful Charity. That's fine. Getting rid of a Goblin Attack Force and Susa Soldier. He Heavy Storms. We will chain and just get rid of one of his tokens. A Skill Drain. Okay. I get it, I get it. Summons Amazoness Archer. And summons Gigantes. We'll eat 400 and get ourselves, what do we want to get? Probably the Sinister Serpent, maybe Spirit Reaper. We'll get Sinister Serpent since we have a Metamorphosis, and this turns that on. In Elite 1900. It is 1200, yep. And we get another 1200 damage. Setting 2 back row and ending. Unfortunately, Tsukiyomi can't attack over this Gigantes, so that would be really nice. I think we'll set Sinister Serpent and activate Metamorphosis. Alright. That gets hit with a Solemn Judgment. And for protection, we have to activate Level Limit Area B. And let's go to end. He MSTs, alright. Does he have a monster? Is that game? That is perfectly game. GG's. Had exactly what he needed. Gravity Bind next draw, yeah. That was a good game. Well, unfortunate that we didn't win that, but can't win them all. We'll go ahead, show off the deck real quick again. I like the Compulses. I did actually like the Abyss Soldiers in that matchup. I don't know if it's the best card. I think I like them in the side more than the main. Maybe a Tsukiyomi cutting one of them. I think in the original deck that I took this idea from, it was only one Tsukiyomi. But gotta love the Lava Golem. That's just MVP. It's a, I think, very underrated card. It's removal. If it allowed you to set a monster, like a Scapegoat, like if it had the claws that you can't normal summon, but you can set, oh my god, Lava Golem would be broken. Because I would just, like, set a Spirit Reaper. Because the only problem is that it stops you from being able to defend yourself using one of your monsters. Scapegoat is good because you can always set the Scapegoat behind it, but it leaves you vulnerable to a lot of spell trap removal if you, say, have a Gravity Bind or Level Limit Area B and no other defense, and your opponent can pop that. I mean, you saw it there. Granted, it wasn't a Lava Golem on the field, but we still lost to the Gigantes Giant Rat, but he had exactly what needed, MST and the normal summon. Granted, he also has a lot of cards in his deck that can do what he needed to have. But let me know what you think about it. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.